Three American trucks that never truly became successful, and the reasons behind their failure might surprise you. At number 1 comes Ford Motor Company. In 1981, the company launched a new truck called the Ford Cargo. Ford wanted this truck to become a big name in the heavy cargo transportation market. At that time, large trucks were extremely popular in America, so Ford designed a truck that looked powerful, comfortable, and modern. The Ford Cargo was specially built for transporting goods, construction work, and long-distance driving. Its design was very different from older trucks. It had a large front windshield so the driver could clearly see the road ahead. The cabin was wide and comfortable, with large seats and easy-to-use controls that allowed drivers to travel long distances without getting too tired. The truck came with different engine options. Some models had a 120 horsepower engine, while larger models produced up to around 320 horsepower. It was considered good for carrying heavy loads. The engine ran on diesel, and its mileage was around 4 to 6 kilometers per liter. However, with heavier loads, fuel consumption increased even more. In the beginning, many people liked the Ford Cargo, and it sold in several countries. But later, some weaknesses started to appear. When used continuously for heavy-duty work, maintenance costs became very high. Some owners complained that its parts wore out too quickly. Because of this, transport companies slowly began losing trust in the truck. At that time, brands like Kenworth, Peterbilt, and Mack trucks were already very strong in the market. Their trucks were considered more reliable. Ford was already a huge name in cars, but it could not achieve the same level of success in the heavy truck industry. Gradually, Ford Cargo sales started to decline. Eventually, Ford began shutting down its heavy truck business in America. That is why the Ford Cargo never became a massive success. Even today, some old Ford Cargo trucks can still be seen on the roads. Older models are available for around $10,000 to $25,000. Many truck enthusiasts still admire its classic design and vintage look. The story of the Ford Cargo shows that power and good design alone are not enough. Winning customer trust is the most important thing. And at number 2 comes the Chevrolet Titan. Back in the 1970s, Chevrolet launched the Chevrolet Titan to make a big name in the heavy truck industry. At that time, huge trucks dominated America's long highways, and competition between truck companies was extremely intense. The Titan was specially designed for heavy cargo transportation and long-distance travel. Chevrolet wanted this truck to compete with other brands in terms of power, comfort, and durability. The Chevrolet Titan had a very large and powerful design. Its long hood, heavy body, and massive grille gave it a strong and aggressive appearance. On the road, the truck looked extremely impressive, and many drivers loved its classic American truck styling. The truck came with several engine options. Some models used large diesel engines, producing around 200 to 400 horsepower. Certain versions were equipped with powerful engines from Detroit Diesel and Cummins. Because of its strength, the Titan was considered capable of carrying heavy loads over long distances. Due to its large engine, the Chevrolet Titan also consumed a lot of diesel fuel. Its mileage was estimated at around 2 to 4 kilometers per liter, and fuel consumption increased even more when carrying heavy loads. However, during that era, people cared more about power and reliability than fuel economy. The interior of the truck was also considered good for its time. It featured large seats, a spacious cabin, and a comfortable layout for long journeys. Some models even came with sleeper cabins so drivers could rest during trips. In the beginning, people had high expectations for the Chevrolet Titan, but gradually its sales started to decline. The biggest reason was competition. Brands like Peterbilt, Kenworth, and Mack trucks were already very strong in the market. Transport companies trusted those brands more. Another major issue was Chevrolet's image. The company was better known for cars and smaller vehicles rather than heavy-duty trucks. Buyers in the trucking industry usually preferred brands that specialized only in truck manufacturing. Because of this, the Titan never gained enough popularity. Maintenance costs also became a serious problem. Some owners said that after continuous heavy-duty use, repair expenses became too high. Over time, the company began facing losses, and eventually Chevrolet stepped away from the heavy truck market. That is why the Chevrolet Titan did not survive for very long. Today, the Chevrolet Titan is rarely seen on the roads. It is mostly found with vintage truck enthusiasts and collectors. Depending on the condition and model, its price can range from around $15,000 to $30,000. Some rare and well-maintained models can sell for even higher prices. Even today, many people consider the Chevrolet Titan a classic American truck. Its massive engine, heavy body, and old-school design are still loved by truck fans. Although the truck was never a huge success in the market, its name is still remembered in American trucking history. And at number 3 comes the GMC Astro 95. Back in the 1970s and 1980s, GMC created a unique heavy-duty truck called the GMC Astro 95. This truck was specially designed for carrying heavy loads over long distances. At that time, most American trucks had long hoods, but GMC introduced this truck with a cab-over design. That meant the engine was placed underneath the driver and the front of the truck was kept short. Because of this, the truck looked compact from the outside, but still carried a lot of power inside. The design of the GMC Astro 95 was considered very modern for its time. Its rounded and aerodynamic shape looked completely different from other trucks on the road. Many people even called it a space truck because its futuristic design looked far ahead of its era. The truck came with several large diesel engine options. Some models used engines from Detroit Diesel and Cummins. Its power ranged from around 250 horsepower to nearly 400 horsepower. The truck was considered very strong for pulling heavy trailers and was built especially for long highway journeys with heavy cargo. When it came to fuel economy, the GMC Astro 95 was not known for good mileage. It delivered around 2 to 4 kilometers per liter. Due to its heavy weight and large engines, it consumed a lot of diesel fuel. However, at that time, this was considered normal for big American trucks. The interior of the truck was also quite impressive for its era. It offered large seats, a spacious cabin, and a comfortable sleeper area where drivers could rest during long trips. GMC tried to make the truck comfortable enough to reduce driver fatigue on long-distance journeys. In the beginning, many people liked the GMC Astro 95 because its design was so different from other trucks. But gradually, some problems started to appear. Because of the cab-over design, drivers experienced more engine heat and noise inside the cabin. After driving for long hours, many drivers found it uncomfortable. Another major reason for its decline was competition. Brands like Peterbilt, Kenworth, and Freightliner trucks were already extremely strong in the market. Their trucks were considered more reliable and comfortable, so GMC Astro 95 sales slowly began to decline. Maintenance costs also became a problem. Since the engine was located under the cab, reaching it for repairs was more difficult. Repairs took more time and money, which caused many transport companies to switch to other truck brands. Eventually, GMC could not move much further in the heavy truck market, and the Astro 95 was gradually discontinued. Today, this truck is rarely seen on the roads and is mostly owned by vintage truck enthusiasts and collectors. If someone wants to buy an old GMC Astro 95 today, the price can range from around $20,000 to $35,000 depending on its condition. Rare classic models in excellent condition can cost even more. Although the GMC Astro 95 never became a massive commercial success, its unique futuristic design and powerful engine still attract truck lovers today. In American trucking history, it will always be remembered as one of the most unusual and futuristic looking trucks ever built. If you enjoyed this type of video, please don't forget to like and subscribe.